I'm going to take a minute and go over our grading system. And so the first thing we'll talk about are projects and tests. So inside of Infinite Campus, you'll see a category called projects and tests. These are summative assessments that we'll take at the end of a unit. And so sometimes the unit will have a written test, and sometimes it'll have a project that we do that shows your use of the concepts that we learned inside the unit. And sometimes it'll have both a written test and a project. One thing I need you to remember about projects and tests is it's worth half of your grade in the class, so 50%, and they also cannot be redone for credit. The next thing we'll talk about real quickly are activities. Activities are the things that we do in class to learn the content. We call those formative assessments. Activities could be anything from, me giving you some type of assignment to work on. It could be a quiz where I want to see how well you're understanding the concepts of the unit. And those things are worth 30% of your grade. So in Infinite Campus, you'll see the category activities, and that's 30% of your grade. The other thing you need to remember about activities is all activities can be redone until you completely understand, get 100% on the activity, and you can redo that as many times as you need to until we do the summative assessment for the unit, whether that's a project or a written test. The next category we'll talk about is the engineering notebook. So you all have an engineering notebook. It's worth 10% of your grade, and we use it to learn about organization. And so we keep it very organized. We'll keep all of our notes in there. I will grade your engineering notebook at the end of each unit. I'll make sure you have all of your examples and everything labeled correctly in it. And then that'll be worth, like I said, 10% of your grade. The last thing we'll talk about here real quickly is a semester or final test. And so at the end of the semester and also at the end of the school year, we'll take an exam. It's a written exam. It'll be worth 10% of your grade, and it's comprehensive. And so at the end of the fall semester, it'll be everything we've learned the entire fall semester. And at the end of the school year, it will cover everything that we learned or went over during the school year. All right. So that's the grading system. The big things you need to remember are activities can always be redone until you're 100%, until the summative assessment for the unit. And projects and tests can never be redone.